You're listening to a download from the outdoorstation.co.uk. Number 603.
Hello and welcome back to the Outdoors Station and this very special, longer than normal Christmas episode. One that takes us back to 2011, carefully re-edited and shared again to remind us of something that really matters, the simple, powerful importance of spending time with people we love, whether they're family or friends. If you're a new listener, you may not recognise the name Andy Howell. Andy was a close friend, a regular walking companion, and one of the most enthusiastic supporters of these podcasts. He sadly passed away very unexpectedly after a short illness 4 years ago. How time flies. Over the 20 years we knew each other, we recorded several Bob and Andy's Big Day Out podcasts, which you'll still find over on the website and in the podcast feed. Rambling explorations of new places, wild camping adventures, gear chat and plenty of banter, all fueled by a shared love of being outdoors together. At a time when the world can feel increasingly divided, when it's all too easy to get dragged into this endless cycle of bad news and algorithm-fed negativity, I hope this episode serves as a gentle reminder that stepping away from the noise, spending time with someone, especially out in the wilds with no digital interruptions, can be good for your soul, your friendship, and your mind. This particular recording comes from December 2011, when, for reasons I still can't fully explain, I set myself the challenge of cooking a full, traditional 3-course Christmas dinner inside a small tent, using only fresh ingredients, 2 tiny gas burners, 3 titanium pots, 1 titanium frying pan, and a handful of pot cozies. And his only job? Well, pick the date. And naturally he chose what turned out to be the coldest, wettest, windiest day of the entire month that particular year. But once the date was set, there was no backing out. We drove through floods and windswept back roads in deepest Wales, right into the heart of the Crick Howell Horseshoe, parked up, and did our very best to get into the Christmas spirit. So settle in, pour yourself a tipple of your choice, and join us for this journey back in time, full of friendship, laughter, and a reminder of what really counts.
Yo ho ho, and a Merry Christmas to you. I have to tell listeners, it's 10 to 2 in the afternoon, and it looks like 6 o'clock at night. And it's been this kind of year, hasn't it? I mean, every time we've been walking this year, Scotland, anywhere, it's just pissed down with rain. And we're in drought conditions, except when we go out on the hills and the heavens open. So what a fine way to end the year, but to end it in traditional 2011 style, with it pissing down with rain.
Yes, it is sad but true that it is exactly the same weather conditions as the last time we were probably together, which was on the TGO this year, the TGO Challenge in May, and it was continual rain there, or it certainly was for some of us anyway.
I actually remember that last walk on the TGO when we were dodging falling trees everywhere.
Yeah,
and what have we got in this lane? Trees, kind of branches. Oh dear. 60 mile an hour winds forecast.
Yeah, 60 mile an hour winds forecast, sub-zero tonight, and we're going out for a Christmas party. But hey, it's the spirit of the thing.
It's the thought that counts.
It's being British. It's the stiff upper lip.
Next year will be better.
Next year we'll be in Benidorm. Right, so we've, as I say, we've parked up now. We're going to hope that the car is still in one piece, one way or the other, by the time we get back.
Now, you do know where we're going.
You've got the map.
You've got a plan.
Have I?
You've got the plan.
I've got a plan. We're going to have a smorgasbord of an evening and share it with our faithful listeners.
I should say, Bob is rather... those of you that are regular listeners will know that Bob never compromises on style, even when he's outdoors. And Bob today is wearing a nice pair of dark blue rain trousers, a nice vivid red top, and a rather nice red Santa hat. Yes, that's obviously walker's chic.
Is
Winter
in.
2000.
Absolutely. Well, you can't
I
talk.
like the little bell on the top.
It's good.
good.
You've got one on yours, but you haven't put your hat on.
rings.
Where's your hat?
Oh, it's probably still in the boot.
Well, don't be shy now. You're wearing your red Paramo. It's going to have to go.
Is it waterproof?
No, but it's very light.
Actually, Paramo are missing a trick. They should be doing Christmas hats.
They should be, actually,
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, let's get going anyway. Enjoy our few hours walking if we're going to get much in at all. But the weather forecast is better for tomorrow morning, so we're sort of...
It's always better for tomorrow morning whenever we go anywhere.
Yeah, so...
At least you won't be fishing today.
Well, that's right. Well, after the last time of you taking the Michael somewhat about my lack of fishing ability, let's see if I can improve on my cooking ability.
Well, you're promising all kinds of things. Turkey, traditional turkey meal we're going to have, washed down by a nice red, and even a proper Christmas pudding. Is that true?
Well, you will find out shortly. Let's wait and see. So let's get out of the car and risk the weather and head off into the hills.
Right, we'll stop.
Well, we're about half an hour on from the car now, and as you might be able to tell, it's turned slightly inclement.
Oh, nonsense. It's character forming. Racing.
Racing. Disappointed that the Met Office's forecast of snow has let us down.
Well, so far.
Yes, there is overnight. But you can certainly see the wind gusting the rain and the low-lying cloud right up the valley to where we're hoping to be camping near what I know to be the Packhorse Bridge, where the main path crosses the major stream that comes down from the head of the valley before you go up to half the horseshoe.
It's reminding me of days out as a kid, you know, when you sat in the car and I don't want to go out in that, and your dad said, nonsense, it's character forming. And then, mind you, my old man used to do things like we'd sit having a picnic spot with the overwhelming smell of cow manure wafting over us, and he'd say things like, smell that, it's a really healthy smell of the country.
Why, isn't it?
Well, I can't forget, you're a country lad,
I
aren't
am
you?
a country boy.
Us city boys. A bit of a shock. Whoa! I did feel for that little group of Duke and Edinburgh kids we saw
Yes.
as we cruised past. They didn't look as if they were having much fun, I didn't think.
I'm shocked by that. Oh, that's better. A bit of respite.
Yes, a bit of shade. But even when the weather's dreadful like this, you know, you look around here and we've got nice old stone wall and forest to the right, and over to the left, the valley, you know, heading up to the top of that treeless ridge, just a bit of rock, scree, bit of heather. I mean, you know, 5 minutes out of the car and you feel as if you're in
You feel alive.
proper decent outdoor country, don't you?
Well, as I was saying to you on the way down here, it's 30 odd years ago, this is where I first started my outdoor experience. My school had and still has an outdoor centre which is just down the road from here, which is the reason why I'm sort of familiar with it. And
So I hope we're not going to spend 2 days ticking off the firsts in your life.
especially going back to that age. I
Yes,
think
I
not.
don't know what happened in those woods. But on a warm day, there's potential down there. Even the sheep are sheltering from the wind.
It's at this point a nice traditional Welsh pub and a bed and breakfast in Crickhowell seems to appeal somewhat. Been a bit hairy sticking the tenter. I've already lost 3 pegs as the wind caught the tent halfway through and it flicked it in the air. And even though I've got the high-vis material on the pegs, I can't find them. It's got a red head amongst all these autumnal leaves. So I'll have to have a hunt for that in the morning, I think.
And so, once I'd wrestled the Lux Mini Peak into place, which is a 7-foot squarish, wonderfully airy single pole tent that somehow manages to offer enough room for 2 adults and a rucksack full of nesting titanium pots, pans and Nalgene containers, the cooking began in earnest. Well, almost, because as any good host knows, before you even think about lighting a stove or peeling the sprouts, there is one very important ritual to observe: the aperitif. And so there we were, crouched in a tent on a bleak December afternoon, rain rattling against the fabric, wind howling outside, and yet somehow everything felt exactly right. 2 friends, a shared adventure, and a small amount of calm before the culinary chaos to come. With glasses raised, spirits lifted, and fingers already starting to numb from the cold, it was time to get properly stuck in. Christmas dinner, tent style, was officially underway.
Has to be said, the slow gin is
Cheers.
excellent. Thank you, Rose, for that. Of course, this is a male bonding session, and there are times when, love our women as we do.
Absolutely.
There are times when...
we can do without them.
yes.
Oh, I think I meant to say...
So long as they made the gin first.
Yes, I think I meant to say we can manage without them. Sorry, that didn't come out right.
Yeah.
Right, now, I've got the first pot of water boiling, and it's jumped ahead of me here, so I'm going to have to just knock that off for a second, I think. Because our first course is going to be... Oops, wrong way. Turn that down. There you go. Our first course is going to be tomato soup with chopped parsley, just as soon as I can find it.
The only problem with having a 3-course meal, dehydrated meal, under the tent in the darkness, in the middle of nowhere, is of course it involves lots and lots of Tupperware boxes, from what I can see.
It's not dehydrated, that's the whole point. That's the reason it involves Tupperware boxes. It's all real meal. You've got real Christmas pudding here, real soup. You've even got real turkey to cook, which should be interesting.
Oh dear.
Don't be like that now. So I'm just putting in the finishing touches now to the first course, which is tomato and basil soup with fresh herbs, parsley, chopped herbs from the garden.
Yes, I think I should point out
orange set.
this is a bit like, MasterChef the Professionals, MasterChef the Wilderness Experience.
The wilderness,
we
yes.
have, we both have a brightly coloured mug with a lovely bit of tomato soup with finely chopped parsley sprinkled on.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's pretty good standard here.
And then what I've done is I put a little homemade trivet in the bottom of the pot that I've taken the hot water out of and dropped in 2 mini Christmas puddings in there.
Yes, advanced outdoor cooking, I think.
Yeah.
It's very nice though, Bob.
Where is the soup? Good.
Parsley's very nice, fresh parsley.
This is one of these Heinz pastes almost. It comes in a tube, and it's much nicer, much
Not
fresher
bad, actually, is it? Yeah.
Fresher than the packet stuff.
Actually, to be fair, it tastes like, that tomato and basil soup you get in restaurants that clearly have ordered the Break Brothers menu number 3.
Right, yeah.
It tastes very much like that.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't.
In fact, those people who are doing the TGO challenge for the first time next year will probably taste this very soup on a couple of occasions as they go across.
Well, it's good. I mean,
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all in all the supermarkets now, so I thought we'd give it a try. I thought it was a nice starter. So we're going to go pot cozy mad on this particular cooking session. Once we've sort of had this soup, the Christmas pudding should have heated through, and that's going to go in the pot cozy until the end of the meal, where it will be joined by some fresh brandy butter, which was made last night. And then I shall start on the main course, which is turkey, potato, calabrese, sprouts and carrots with gravy, cranberry sauce and stuffing.
Wow. There you go. I should say we're sitting in the middle of one of Bob's tarps. I guess we'll talk about that later. And we have, hanging from various peg-out points, glow sticks, which, you know, gives the impression of a party theme. We've both got our Santa hats on still.
That reminds me.
And, yeah, it's good.
You know what's missing, don't you?
Christmas carols?
Absolutely.
No. Oh, dear.
Absolutely, no. Somewhere in this pile of bits. Right, found it. Right, now, Andy mentioned Christmas carols, and I thought he's absolutely right. It's the one thing that I know he'll regret not having. And I mentioned this to Kate, and she said he would be thrilled by this idea. So the other day, while I was in that well-known international shopping centre, Lidl,
Don't knock Lidl. It's excellent.
I came across this delightful little gadget, which simply put is a speaker to plug into your iPod. And I've got a dinky iPod, and I just, as soon as I used it, I knew it was perfect for Andy and this situation.
Oh, no. You see, it's a shame this isn't visual, really, because not only is this playing a Christmas tune,
Have yourself
Merry, Merry Christmas.
let yourself be light.
But it's got like little disco lights built into it that are...
Isn't that terrific?
Yes, it adds to the party atmosphere. So here we are, in our top, in the middle of the... Well, so it's been in the middle of the night, middle of the afternoon, really, completely
Yes.
dark, with our glow sticks all around, a disco lights, and bing! Oh, wow. And when we say bing, we don't mean youngsters, we don't mean the maps or the search engine.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you'd enjoy that. So, let us now. Christmas pudding is cozying. I think we could crash open a nice bottle of Merlot, like what I have here. Do you happen to have your mug handy?
I do, of course. I can just hope the slow gin doesn't spoil the vintage. Mind you, wine in a titanium cup is always an interesting experience.
Oh, it's quality. You see, I'd go as far to call it a Humphrey moment.
Yes, those of you that know Humphrey will know what we mean. He's a man who compromises little on culinary standards while trekking through the bogs of Scotland or the mountains of the Pyrenees. Whee!
And we've just lost the corner of the tent.
Oh, right.
So we'll just stop here for a second.
In the snow, bobbity bobbity bob.
So would you like to describe to listeners what we're doing, Andy?
Yes, I'm sure this is what all of you have done when you go camping. First of all, we have two stoves, and on the first stove we have some potatoes boiling away. New potatoes grown by Rose's fair hands from the garden. And those are boiling away, and then at a certain point they will get rushed into a pot cosy, where we hope that the heat will continue to cook and keep them warm.
Hope?
And in another pot we have one of these nifty little pots with two dividers, a divider in it.
No, I've just made
And
it out of, it's just windshield.
Is it windshield?
It's
Oh,
just
you're
windshield.
so ingenious.
just,
I mean, you would make somebody a lovely wife. And in there there's swede and carrot and bits and pieces.
Calabrese.
And yes,
Sprouts.
Barbie's currently cutting up sprouts and bits of broccoli, which he, of course, correctly identifies as calabrese or calabrese. Broccoli is something different, but we'll leave that out for a moment. It's days like this, you know, Bob lives in a rural area, so he can correctly identify these things. Anyway, so that's what now into the pot with the divider goes some water, and that will now go on the second burner, and we'll then rush into the second pot cosy. I should also point, there's a third pot cosy, as you heard later, which is already in operation, steaming the Christmas puddings. So This is a 3 pot cosy expedition. And then while everything is warming through the pot cosy,
Continuing to cook, I think.
Continuing
actually,
to cook. It's continuing to cook.
Because we need it to cook another 5 minutes or so.
we have some very thinly sliced turkey, which Bob is going to fry in yet another pot.
Yeah, in a titanium frying pan. A titanium frying pan there with some stuffing.
I should say this was a good idea. It's maybe quite easy, as easy as you'd like to get the organisation right with a gale blowing outside and whatever.
Yes, it does. One does question one's sanity when everything is held down by very large
However,
bricks.
I have to say the mince pie, the sloe gin, the Merlot wine and the tomato soup have been good so far. So
I'm scoring reasonable points, am I?
I think so. And, in terms of the year of austerity, and this is obviously a better, more cost-effective, efficient option than going to the pub down the road, probably.
Yeah, but the pub down the road seems at this particular moment seems like a bit more of a sensible option. No, it's all coming together. We lost the corner of the tent, the tarp, a second ago, and providing that doesn't happen again, like now.
All hands to deck.
Yes, hold corners and down things. Then
We're
everything
fine.
should be okay. Right, got it. Potatoes simmering.
I should say that Bob has got some rather nifty little accessories here. These little stands that you put on the bottom of gas canisters, like little low tripod stands that give the whole thing much more stability and stick into soft soil. They're there, and those are good. You need those, certainly.
Oh, what was I going to say to you, actually? It was, I said earlier on, I thought it would be... Well, yes, what is worth mentioning is that when we're putting this into a pot cosy, I've discovered, well, it makes common sense really, I haven't just sort of discovered it uniquely, that a double pot cosy is much more efficient than a single one, as you would naturally expect it to be. So, we have the cosy shape. Well, I'm going to do a video on this, so don't worry if you're worried about how it goes together. The cosy shape is basically, you have the base of the cosy which comes up the side of the pan, and then you have the lid which covers the lid and then goes down the side as well. But the efficiency, the heat retention efficiency is phenomenal for a double layer, and we used it extensively in the trips this year, and it's been a remarkable way of saving fuel. And the reason I'm hesitating is I'm holding on to things which are moving. Yeah, a useful cooking accessory, certainly on longer trips. But in this particular case, I was trying to work out how we could do it with just 2 burners. So we're giving it our best shot. Right, we'll come back a bit later when I get the veg sorted.
There is the sound of sizzling turkey. We now have 3 pot cosies on the go. Just to recap for you, those of you that haven't been following properly, there are 2 Christmas puddings in pot cosy 1, new potatoes in pot cosy 2, and sprouts and broccoli and swede and carrots in pot cosy 3. This is a slightly tricky exercise, as the chef has to cook these turkey slices perfectly in a titanium pan, which is not the most effective of cooking vessels, but there you go.
Oh, it's effective. It's just I'm also trying to cook stuffing in it as well. Right, turn that down a bit. Yes, titanium's transfers the heat directly straight through the material. Oh, hold the
I made it. Really, we should be listening to Gladys Knight help me make it through the night, really, shouldn't we?
Absolutely. Titanium transfers the heat directly through to the opposite side where the heat is applied. So on something like a frying pan where you want the heat to spread a bit, it can be a little bit tricky. And I'm using a crux stove, which is a belter of a stove, but it's not designed for sort of subtle simmering and the like. And I've got my stuffing in here as well, as they say. In fact, I'm going to quickly take a photograph of this, as people won't believe me.
No, they won't. They'll probably laugh a lot when they see the photograph.
They'll be jealous.
Still, of course, I mean, it's a difficult time of the year to go wild camping because, of course, it's dark so early and late so late. But on the other hand, we like this, don't we? Because we know we're going to get a good night's sleep.
weather like tonight aside, generally I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
I think tonight I should be waking up if there's a sudden gust to hold on to the pole. Right, let's turn that over. Don't want food poisoning, that would be a terrible ending to the podcast, wouldn't it? Well, the stuffing starts off in nice little pancakes, but it's not going to work, I don't think. The pan's not big enough.
I don't think we need to worry about that. I mean, a bit of rustic touch is probably suitable for rural conditions like this. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, what is quite spooky is the moment you pick up your
Wine.
titanium cup of wine, the wind gets up, yeah, as if to say, oh no you don't.
I think we also must advise people, particularly new people, should we say, to backpacking, if anybody's listening from that level, that cooking inside a tent isn't a advisable pastime. But this is a...
Don't do this at home, folks.
This is a tarp tent, very much like a pyramid tent, and there's a lot of space in it, and we've actually got the entire contents of the centre of the tent, as it were, completely open. So, and there's a good height above the gas cookers, so, and reasonable ventilation at the top. So that side of it's good. The poor side is the fact that because the sides of the construction are fairly large, it is catching the wind. Well, I'm just waiting for that bit of turkey to cook, and it's almost there, you know, I think. How do you like your turkey? Do you like your turkey browned? Well, I like it cooked, I suppose.
Yes, I think so. Oh, yeah, cooked is the first instance. I have visions of going into the local hospital in Abergavenny and
You've got a man of little faith.
what have you been eating, as they always say when you have food poisoning? Well, actually, we were in a tent in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, we're cooked on the turkey front, which is a relief. And I'm going to lay the plates up, hopefully, get the gravy done, and we'll be back to celebrate our meal just as soon as it's plated up. I have to say it's very exciting, this Bob.
Well, you're not doing anything, that's
no,
why.
I mean, exactly. But, you know, if I just adopt my MasterChef persona for a moment, I mean, what we've got there is we've got, appearance-wise, we've got really nice turkey with just a nice brown cinch to it. Nicely looking stuffing there. Looks a dainty little dish, as they say.
Oh, a dainty little dish. Right, well, I'm just going to whisk up the gravy, and we'll be back.
One of the interesting little things we have is Bob has sourced some rather little dinky little cooking items. One of them which includes a kind of mini lightweight whisk. Now we do know trekkers of high culinary standards like Humphrey who swear by his little culinary set, but I have to say, if ever you're caught short in the countryside and you need to whisk up some gravy quickly, they're just the thing, aren't they?
Well, it's surprising just how often you do need to finally whisk something, whether it's soup or gravy or custard or whatever. And these mini whisks, I mean, you can pick them up in places like Lakeland and so on, are just small enough to go inside most small pots.
I find if you've got your titanium pot and you've got your casserole or you've got your soup in it, a little bit of torrid and grit in there really kind of loosens things up quite nicely.
Oh, well, I'll leave you to enjoy your torrid and grit. I'm not a grit man myself. Right, I'm just dishing up potatoes at the moment.
Well, they look nice. They're nice and glistening. Lovely presentation
Yeah,
there.
I'm still hot as well, it's the main thing.
Yeah.
Just can't see my... Share them up between us.
Yeah, all for you, all for me.
Something like that. A little bit watery there. Let's get a little water. I can't get water.
These are quite ingenious little plates you've got here.
Yeah, these are the X plates.
Yeah.
X plates and the X mugs. Right, now the trick will be the veg. Just how to get the veg out. So I think I might just spoon it out, might be the easiest thing.
The carrots and the swede. Ooh, lovely, lovely. I should say that it's a rather strange experience sitting in a tent in the middle of the countryside, pitch darkness with the smell of sprouts pervading the air. I'd high hopes that actually sprouts will be transformed by the open air eating experience. But
Oh, I love sprouts. I think sprouts are a fantastic
so
vegetable.
I do, yeah.
You're just saying that now.
No,
Get your
I
Calabrese.
like them kind of, kind of slightly blanched and then sautéed with a bit of bacon or something like that. Very nice.
Right, some Calabrese. Now for the infamous sprouts. Oh, beautifully done. I tell you what, this pot cosy stuff, look into it. It's really worth it.
And of course, on a camping trip or a backpack or a trek, the real point about the pot cozy, it saves you a hell of a lot of fuel.
Well, and also, I think one of the charms about it is the fact it works with any stove.
Yeah.
You know, you don't
Yeah,
have to be a meths person or a gas person or whatever to use it. For a £5-6 investment, you've got something that will actually probably save you 20 or 30 quid on every trip. Doesn't that look good?
That does look very good, Bob.
Actually, it's remarkable how much food's there.
Remarkably good.
Let's just get the rest of
Yes,
the
I
carrot
think you've surpassed yourself here.
I think I have. Let's just hope it's edible. That makes it even better. So, now for the... I'll give you the larger of the steaks.
No, after you.
No. Steak there. Steak here.
Oh, I say, my word.
Right.
I think we're going to have to have a photograph of this because
Definitely. Nobody will believe you.
nobody will believe us.
Sort of
Of course, they'll all want to go camping with you now.
only at Christmas. Oh, hold on to the tent. Be all right, mate. Just coming through. Right. So that's the bread sauce, the turkey, and now what's missing is the gravy, which is all whisked up and done all over for you.
Oh, yes, I think so. Oh, look at that. It's just a nice thickness there. Good marks of presentation.
And finally, of course,
Could serve that in any motorway service station or
Finally,
cab.
of course, it wouldn't be the same without cranberry sauce. So let's just dish that up. Are you a serious cranberry sauce man or a slightly like?
I'm a cranberry sauce man. I don't
Okay.
really appreciate the difference between serious or not, but there you go.
There you go. There's a good dollop of cranberry sauce there. And there's another dollop there.
You see, the great thing about this dish, I mean, I know we've got lots of overseas listeners, but of course you could equally do this for Thanksgiving, couldn't you?
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I mean, I don't know where you'd be trekking at this time of the year in the States,
Right, just a glass of wine.
but oh, that looks absolutely pretty as a picture, Bob.
All right, some pictures to prove that it's done. For now. Oh, we have a little cracker.
We do.
Where's the other one gone? Oh,
Oh.
you're sitting on
I'm
it.
sitting on it now. So. I mean, that is
Pull my
one of the
cracker.
problems of.
Oh.
Oi!
Oh, you win the hat.
Oh, do I get? What do you get then?
Oh, I don't know. You haven't pulled my cracker yet.
Do we not both get a hat?
Ah, I got one as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, party hats.
We get a poor joke as well. Oh, we got a poor joke as well, and a freebie. Oh, actually, that's useful. I've got a magnifying glass. Why can't you play jokes on snakes?
I don't know, sir. Why can't you play jokes on snakes?
Because you can't pull their legs. Boom, boom.
I can't read that one. I've got my spec.
What goes woof woof tick?
I don't know, sir. What goes woof woof tick?
Oh, watchdog.
Oh!
Boom, boom. Right, let's eat, my friend. Merry
Okay,
Christmas. Where's my knife and fork? Where's my knife and fork? Top of a vino.
Oh, I should
think
think
so.
so. Yeah. Oh, hey.
Oh,
Well, at least we've managed to get the. Thank
drink
you.
the wine or hold the tent. Oh, you.
Oh. Well, at least we managed to get the cooking done.
Where's mine?
Yes. Without.
I love this random use of the term we.
Well, of course, somebody has to be here to offer moral encouragement and.
A safety monitor for the tent.
Yes.
Right, let's tuck in then. That's going to be getting cold. There you go, sir.
Thank you, sir. Looks spectacularly good. But I'm going to have to go straight for sprout, I think. Which is cooked to perfection. Just a little crunch there. Nice. Yeah. Gravy's nice. Yeah. Quite nice and savoury. Just a little touch of cranberry sauce coming through on the edge. Very nice.
Well, my concern is that everything is, cooked beautifully.
New potatoes nice. Just a bit of firmness there, but rather pleasant. Lovely taste of those potatoes. They're very gorgeous.
I'm quite surprised with myself, actually.
I think you've done very well, Bob. I did think you were bar gravy mad when you suggested this.
Anyway, forgiveness to the listeners, we're going to switch off while we enjoy our Christmas lunch. Merry Christmas to you.
Yes. Now we have
The pièce de la résistance.
this Christmas pudding, homemade
pudding.
brandy butter. And what was that you just sprinkled on it?
That was a bit of Rose's brandy that I pinched out of her cupboard.
Ooh,
So
a
I'm
bit
just
of Rosie's
hoping-
medicinal supply.
Yes. I'm just hoping that
She might miss that this evening.
it will light, if I can get these matches to light. No!
Yeah, I'll put the stove on.
Yeah. Right.
A moment of...
Will it light? Will it light?
The
Trying.
brandy has infused the pudding. That's the problem.
It's trying to. Oh well,
Probably a bit too cold, actually.
we probably just have to
Imagine
imagine
it
flaming
was
brandy.
flame.
Oh, and a flaming tent. Right, there you go, sir.
Okay, Christmas pudding.
Christmas pudding it is.
Oh, look at that.
Merry
Wonderful.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Oh dear. And is it still hot? That's the thing, because that's been in that pot cosy now for what, 20 minutes, half an hour or so, or more?
Yeah, it's warm. It's not boiling hot, but it's quite acceptable. In fact, those of you that are going for your works outing at the local Toby Inn or something, you'll probably have far worse Christmas pudding than this, I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, it's already. The pudding is already cooked. All you're doing is heating it through. So, but steaming it slightly with that
Yeah.
little trivet idea was good.
I think this is a challenge actually for all of those people that call themselves hikers and backpackers. Until they've had Christmas lunch out in the backcountry, really, I think it's something everybody should try.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't made it more of a personal challenge for Humphrey.
Well,
Well, you know, Humphrey is notorious for his 4 courses,
he is,
but
yeah.
but you know, it's sort of of the dehydrated variety. We've actually cooked the meal all the way through from
Yeah.
scratch with real items. So,
Well, the only person that may have done it is Chris Townsend. I mean, as we speak, he may be up to 6 inches of snow on the Cairngorm platter, doing something interesting. But
roasting a grouse.
it is the grouse season, isn't it? You can kill them now.
Actually, this is it's remarkable, isn't it, how the Christmas food, the tastes of all the different vegetables and the meat and whatever do
Yeah.
complement each other.
Yeah, they do.
To finish off with a Christmas pudding like this and brandy actually is
Yeah.
really, really nice. The brandy butter's lovely, Rose. Thank you very much.
Yes, very good.
Couldn't have done it without you. I was only joking earlier on, honest.
I have to say, that's lovely.
Well, don't do an Oliver on me because there's no more.
And that kick of brandy there is just fantastic. In fact, if this was the bloke from MasterChef, he probably wanted to dive in there. Cool, mate, that's good. Cool. Now, I have to say that we've ate our way through mince pies, tomato soup, full turkey dinner, Christmas puddings.
And
What
now,
about the Stilton and the port? That's what I said.
don't mock, don't mock. I couldn't fit it in. I couldn't fit it in. Would you like a dash of whiskey to go with
I would say.
your
yeah.
after 8 mints?
Now, as you know, I'm not really a
You're
whiskey
not a whiskey
person.
drinker, but you drank plenty of mine on the TGO.
Yeah, I'm making an exception for it when I'm trekking, yeah.
Yeah, certainly did. A nice 12-year-old Brook laddie. We have after eight mints.
I seem to recall we were sitting in the middle of the Fetterest forest.
That's
Yeah,
right. After eight mints, a flavoured alcohol rum barrel thing, and an almond dipped in chocolate to finish.
I don't know. I think we should leave the after eights to the end when the man comes with the bill. I think we should have the after eights.
Well, I couldn't get the Ferrero Rocher in the box either, so you have to make do with these things.
Yeah, let's try one of these things.
I want to do a long walk.
So we all want to do long walks, but actually planning them and choosing them are difficult. So what's on the Bob Cartwright horizon then?
Well, I'm chatting to David Linton and his HRP. I really like the way that it sounded. Something like that, really. 500 miles would just do me nicely. Do it in a month or so. What do I can do?
The whole summer, the HRP.
Well, yeah, but it's that, I've still got a business to run and mouths to feed and that sort of thing. It's very hard. I mean, fair play to David doing it. It was obviously a considerable sacrifice on his part from an employment point of view, being self-employed.
But it was also, I don't think David will mind us saying this because he's a nice guy, but those kind of long treks are often life-changing. Well, he's come back and he's got himself a new job, which he starts in the new year, I think, with the John Muir Trust. And I mean, that's one of the interesting things about long-distance treks. They are transformative, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I think I'm right in saying you got the idea for backpacking light.co.uk on a TGO challenge, didn't you?
Yeah, that was right. For the first year I did it in, it was the 25th year, so it was either 2004 or 2005, I think. The year of the brown hats. Yeah, but
Sorry, explain that.
Well, the caps that people wear, the light brown ones.
Oh yeah,
Polo Tech hats. It's 25 years. That's right. It was 25th year. Anyway, well, you weren't there, Andy.
No.
It was the year after you started.
In fact, I hadn't really come across the TGO challenge, and one of the very first things that I saw about it was the PDF file that you produced on it.
Oh yes, my epic trip.
Which I think it's safe to say was not a lightweight thing.
No, that was my epiphany,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
surrounded by people. Well, I say surrounded by people. I just kept bumping into the experienced ones, the wizened ones that just had at the time they just had a go like
It's
Gus.
the ones you meet in the pub and they say, "Hello lads, did you miss the shortcut?"
Yes.
Yes, those lovely people in the
Yes.
challenge.
So it's a good route, but I wouldn't go that way.
Yeah. I mean, it is an epiphany moment, this thing about lightening your load and trekking. I mean, for me it was, I'm sure listeners have heard me say it before, but for me it was in the Pyrenees, an incredibly hot day, and I wasn't doing a backpacking holiday really. I mean, I was based in campsites and doing day walks on the campsite, and decided to move location and just do a couple of stages of the GR10 long distance footpath. And I remember climbing up over this very steep ridge, incredibly blistering sun, with this huge pack on my back, and throwing it down in disgust and thinking, I am never ever going to do this again. And I think a bit like you, a bit of Google searching and looking around, and you realise actually you're not the first person to have that experience.
Come to that conclusion?
Yeah.
No. It's what I actually like about the whole lightweight epiphany generally, if you like, is you start to question everything. We were saying on the way up here, that you go into
that rose is very nice, but she don't have to wear a lot. She's so out.
Well, she carries a lot, so she's okay. You start to look at every item you've got and actually not criticise, but just sort of question: is it actually any use to you doing whatever it is you're doing? And I think that's a healthy thing to do. And what I've noticed going to the trade shows is that there has been a swing towards acknowledging lightweight as an ethos, but it's starting to swing back again, and it's starting to get more clever and more.
Well, we've lost a lot of the trade shows, haven't we? I mean, we had the outdoor show in Birmingham that we covered for many years, and that's now gone to the Excel Centre in London, and it was replaced last year by somebody who tried to present an alternative, but actually they've not made it to year two. And the Excel show, while it's good in its own way, is really a kind of outdoor themed day out, isn't it? Climbing walls, kayaking things. Well, I think, and many of us aren't going to make the trip to East London to do it, sadly.
No, I think one of the things that... Gosh, listen to the rain now. One of the things that we've said is that the audience that goes to the shows are split into two areas. There's the enthusiasts, the people, should we say, that we know, that are like us, that are aware and they're looking for new products or whatever it might be. And there are those who have never experienced a climbing wall, or never experienced a kayak, or never experienced, that sort of thing. And for them, the whole thing is a real adventure. So it can't be knocked. It's good to getting them into the outdoors and awareness of what it can do for you. But
it is a shame. We're going to have to work on some kind of alternative.
Yeah, it would be good.
If you go to one of these shows, going to the Cicerone stand, for example, meeting the team there, meeting some of their famous, let me say, more eccentric authors like Paddy Dillon, meeting somebody like Kev Reynolds. I can remember meeting Harvey's Maps when they're down there. It's a very nice thing to do, to actually meet the people behind some of these products, Outkit, people like that. It's very, very nice to meet them.
Yeah,
so we're going to have to put our heads together and see if we can do something about that.
Excellent. Well, I think time has come up for me to get the pots and pans ready for you to wash up.
Wash up? What's that?
Push you in the direction.
Actually, that wasn't tied on sandstone in my mow. That was the remnants of my last 5-day backpacking trip.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there could have been anything in that.
And yes, it's time to batten down the hatches, I think. I thought it was got calmer.
Well, I think we should do a time check. I mean, it feels as if it's 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
But it's
20 to 7.
Actually, it's getting on. 27, way past my bedtime.
Yeah.
One of the things that's really nice about backpacking in the winter months is actually you do have a good night's sleep.
You can have a good
when
lie.
there's not a gale.
Yeah.
You have a good night's sleep.
Lie in. Anyway, listeners, I think that's our evening sorted. We're probably going to batten down the hatches now, as I say. Thank you very much for joining us on our Christmas nosher.
And Christmas breakfast tomorrow, was it?
Yes.
Scrambled eggs, smoked salmon, is it? Glass of champagne?
Don't mock. It is fresh coffee and pancakes.
I've got my little porridge, mate. Oh, Liddell.
Oh, have you? You don't want any of my pancakes then?
Oh yeah. If you make your pancakes, whoa.
Right, in that case you better clean the pan.
It might be tempting fate a bit. I mean, we actually haven't caused a fire in here yet, have we?
Yeah.
Maybe it's tempting fate.
Yeah.
But pancakes, another culinary experience.
Pancakes and coffee tomorrow.
Pancakes on the trail.
Right, and then we can go for a walk and work off some of this carbohydrates we had tonight.
But not too far, eh?
Back to the car.
As you'll have heard, the weather proved to be far more of a challenge than the cooking itself. The real worry wasn't whether the food would taste good, but whether I could get the timing right to produce a warm meal. Without an oven, keeping everything warm while juggling multiple courses was always going to be the biggest hurdle. This, however, is where the humble pot cosy truly earns its place when camping at any time of year. Bubble-wrapped aluminium foil, nothing glamorous, but incredibly effective. 2 layers wrapped around each pot didn't just maintain the heat, it actually kept the cooking process going, worth their weight in gold, which, in this case, was probably only a gram or 2 at most. At the end of this careful culinary choreography, Andy managed to misplace the stream and wandered off into the gloom in the general direction of his tent. When I returned after giving everything a quick swirl, I passed his shelter and was greeted by a deep, contented, resonant drone drifting out into the night. I wasn't far behind him. He was already hiking in the land of Nod, and I was soon well on my way to join him.
Good morning, listeners. Well, you join us after a very interesting night. Somewhat challenging weather-wise. It dropped below 0 as we found out by the ice outside our tents this morning. And the wind certainly came through in massive gusts at random times, which resulted in me having to suddenly grab the pole and keep an eye on the corners of the tent to see if they moved or not. But thankfully the huge stones that we put down kept both of them in good condition and upright, but of course, like all these things, it doesn't give you a most comfortable night's sleep, but still, that's fine. And this morning, as promised, is I'm just going to crack an egg. Hang on. Oh, a bit more. Beautiful. As promised, is a pancake morning, and so I'm currently mixing up a supermarket pancake mix with 1 egg, which has survived the journey in my little egg container, and 300 mils of water. And that's Andy passing wind there out of his Neo Air as he sits back to watch the maestro in work. So I'm mixing this up in the little 900 pan, and then once I've got enough air into it, it's a lovely smooth mixture, which it appears to be now. These whisks are very useful, I have to say. I will drop it into the frying pan and very gingerly see if we can cook, say, 4 thick pancakes. See how we get on that score. But Andy's there transfixed, aren't you, Andy, by the maestro at work?
Absolutely fascinating. I think that my first thought was that actually you were using this trip to double up so we could do this on Pancake Day. But I expect all of these long distance hikers and trail walkers to be making pancakes every morning from there.
Well, you know, I've been reading a few blogs that people have done, naturally, and I've also been reading some of the old walking books, as in people from the 30s and 40s that travelled, and I do wonder, you know, the dehydrated food has its place, certainly, there's no question. However, I also think possibly doing some real cooking, particularly if you're doing it, you know, over a meth stove or a wood stove where the fuel is slightly cheaper and a little bit more, if it's correct in the environment you're in, why not do bannock bread or pancakes or whatever else, you know?
Absolutely. I think if you're in one of the warmer climates in a good part of the year, it makes a lot of sense. I'm not so sure I should be making a lot of pancakes when it's blowing a gale and pelting down the rain in the Scottish Highlands, but you know.
Well, as I say, it's an environment.
Of course, isn't it?
It's an environment thing. Right, I'm just going to stop everything and then come back to you in a minute.
This is a John Muir Cartwright here. Oh, there's such a lap of luxury. Did you sleep well last night?
Well, I was just saying earlier on, it was a bit nippy, and there was the occasional gale where I grabbed the side of the tent and the pole, but everything held okay. But it was fitful sleeping, I think, with the weather actually.
It was cold, wasn't it?
Yes.
I bought my winter sleeping bag, which is a rab bag, which is much heavier and weighted down to -5 than my PhD minimus, but I think it's got colder spots in it. And I kind of felt it last night, and then looking up this morning, there was ice outside the tent. So
yeah, I had my Rab 400 as well, which was a 3-season bag, and I thought, oh, maybe it's lost some insulation, but I think it's exactly that. It's down to
it's cold.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say it's looking good.
Yeah.
I think the trick is, folks, if you're looking for pancakes for breakfast on a campsite, is look for a man wearing a Santa hat, and you never know. You could be in luck.
Indeedy. Well, these little tools that I'm using are not necessarily specialist camping tools. They just happen to be small items you can get in the
Lidl.
Well, the Lidl and the sort of Lakeland of this world. That's looking good. Now, this is the trick: is to flip the pancake.
Flip it over.
And I haven't got a lot of room in a tent to flip a pancake. All right, how am I going to do this? I never thought about that bit.
Nearly there.
Yes.
Oh yes, look at that. Not a bad effort. I mean, obviously you couldn't throw it in the air and
yes.
toss it because we don't have that much headroom. But that was a pretty good effort, that.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. And actually, that one is going to be pretty crack on. Where's the plate? Let's have this plate here. Pop that in there, and you can be the first subject.
Actually, I haven't got my spork. I need something like that.
No, it's not a spork job. This is a shove it in your mouth job.
Shove it in your mouth. Real men's stuff.
Man's food.
Huckleberry fin and all of that.
I tried making banana pancakes, which are really, really nice, but unfortunately the sugar that's in the banana tends to make a right mess of the frying pan, and it's a real devil. It's a shame.
Because the problem with this, of course, is that you're cooking everything on full belt, really.
Well, I have to disagree here, I'm afraid, Andy. It's got to be a gentle heat. That's why I keep moving it around.
Yeah, but I mean, it's difficult to get a gentle heat out of a gas.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're designed to give you maximum heat as fast as possible because you want boiling water.
Yeah.
I'll get the edges done.
Well, I think you've done pretty well on the Pancake States, given the state of the equipment. It's a shame, really, we don't have some kind of smelly radio, isn't it? Because last night, I still can't get over sitting there, the smell of those Brussels.
I could smell them again this morning for some reason.
Yeah, so could I, actually. Yeah.
Right.
I've made myself some coffee and I could porridge in my pot and I could smell Brussels sprouts.
There you go then. There's your pancake. It's going to be piping hot, mine. So I'll just start the next one.
At the moment.
Get some oil again. Move the oil around the pan. Pancake mix.
Nice crisp exterior and soft in the middle still, but cooked.
Is it cooked? That's the main thing.
Yeah. Oh, still cooking, but it's fine.
Next time I do it with a bit more headroom so I can toss it properly.
And we probably need to bring a little thing of maple syrup or something with us, although that's going to be messy, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure there's a container somewhere that will have a little squidgy of you got a small amount, don't you?
Yeah.
Or a bit of jam or something. I mean, you did the cranberry sauce last night in that tiny little
Cranberry
pot.
sauce was gorgeous, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
In fact, if I had some left over, it'd be ideal with this.
You mentioned Bannock bread earlier, and that's something that is very successful, isn't it?
Very successful. You can make that with virtually anything, actually. You can make, you can cook it on any type of stove, wood stove, gas stove, whatever, and it comes in different forms. So you can, Bannock bread is just a basic mix of 3 parts self-raising flour to 1 part powdered milk, and you add enough water just to turn it into a paste, and then that's another one done. You can add, chocolate to it, sweet or savoury, whatever you wanted to do. And it breaks up the meal nicely as well. Certainly, the few times I've done it, it's been on a wood-burning stove, and that's been great because you can just add it to whatever you're cooking. If you're cooking a sort of a stew or a curry or something like that, it just gives you this something on the side. I mean, it's very filling as well, for not a vast amount of weight.
When you were saying earlier about reading the books from 20s and 30s, the old timers. I mean, in a sense, today we kind of think of the long distance hiking and lightweight hiking fraternity and the Bushcraft fraternity. But of course they were really one and the same back in those days. Those techniques were what you needed to survive, whereas most Bushcraft folk today seem to park at the side of the road and toddle into the woods, don't they, and just enjoy the camping side of it.
Well, I think
perhaps you bring the movement to bring the two back together again.
Well, it's I think it's a lot of it is I would describe as common sense, really, in the sense that technology's moved on. Everyone's gone to these sort of quick foods, dehydrated foods, freeze-dried foods, processed foods. But then when you actually start looking at the amount of packaging you carry and the way these things are transported and the history of them and all the rest of it.
I mean, over the last 5 or 6 years particularly, the quality of backpacking dry food has improved no end.
Yeah.
But it's very expensive.
Certainly, a week-long trip can cost you best part of £100 if you wanted 2 or 3 meals a day with 2 or 3 courses. So,
2 or 3 courses?
Well, yeah, you have, a starter and a main, or a main and a pud.
No, back to Humphrey again, isn't it?
Well, obviously, you can see the standard I live to now. I mean, the thing about backpacking generally is I'm going to give this one a go. I'm going to try and toss this one. Here we go. Here we go. Magic moment. 1, 2, 3. No.
Well, it left the pan.
And it left the pan again.
Yes. Yes. I'm about to say there wasn't quite enough height to flip it over, but you did it.
I did it. I've tossed my first pancake in a tent.
Another first.
Oh, I tell you, this trip's made of them. I think it's common sense in the sense that a little bit of combination of real food, so say flour or cooking items, don't weigh an awful lot more, but can vary the diet quite considerably. I mean, something as simple as you pass through a village and you buy some sweet corn. And you can roast sweet corn as it's in the leaves, as it stands on top of virtually any stove, but a wood stove is quite nice.
Yeah.
And there's part of your meal, you've eaten it, and it's organic, it goes back to nature. But also there's no packaging involved as well.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of that these days. I mean, just in what we've brought this trip, I've got a carrier bag there full of little plastic containers and plastic bags. And this harumph moment, I do hate getting back from the supermarket and filling the bin with all the packaging just to take the stuff and put it in the fridge.
I know.
Right, do you want another one?
I wouldn't say no,
There you go
actually. There's a second pancake, one that's been personally tossed
Hey!
by the maestro himself.
Bit of oil. Now, just so that people are aware of this, what I'm doing is I'm keep removing the pan from the heat because it does get very, very hot quickly. And as Andy says, it's very difficult to control it. So I'm trying to cool the pan down every now and again. I think this might be the last one.
Yep.
Probably a thick one. I think it's going to be a thick one, yeah.
That's for you. That's for the chef's birds.
So out of a pancake mix then, on a titanium, 7-inch pan or whatever, I've got 4 thickish pancakes as opposed to half a dozen thin ones. And a good time was had by all.
Yeah, and see if we're going to be lucky with the weather. It was beautiful, as it often is early. Beautiful sunshine, and it's clouded over a little bit and looks slightly more menacing, but I think the forecast is for it to remain dry today.
That'll be good, get a bit of a walk in. Perhaps as we head back, call into Hay-on-Wye. Do you fancy calling into the bookshops there?
Oh, we need to do something. A bit of,
I think there's a pub there as well,
bit of
actually.
rule.
Or 2.
Do you think they'll be serving Christmas dinner? We can compare.
Should we go and give them notes,
That's
tips?
right. Yeah.
Thankfully, the weather had eased by morning. After a hearty breakfast of gloriously fat pancakes, we packed away our wet tents, returned any borrowed stones to their rightful places, and made sure there was no trace left behind that we'd ever been there. We set off back to the car under a bright, crispy frost. Our breath danced in the air, cheeks rosy from the cold, spirits lifted by that quiet satisfaction that only a night well spent outdoors can bring. Now, Hay-on-Wye may be famous as the book capital of the world, but it also boasts a wonderfully alternative population, many of whom, thankfully, has seen fit to support many fine hostelries serving excellent ale. And so, once seated in one of them, in front of a roaring fire, hands wrapped around a well-earned pint, we took the time to reflect on the whole experience. The weather, the food, the laughter, the mild madness of it all, and above all, the simple joy of sharing it together.
Oh, we certainly have. I think Bob knows I like books, so I think he decided that we'd go through Hay-on-Wye, but actually we didn't really want a bookshop. We headed straight for the pub, out of the hail. There's a beautiful fire here. I've got my toe-ox off and I'm drying my smart wool socks in front of the fire. And we didn't really want a great deal to eat because of Bob's superb meal the night before, but we just had a ham sandwich and a bowl of chips and a nice pint of beer each. Yeah, the perfect way to finish. I mean, it was nice this morning waking up. There'd been ice, snow or hail or something during the night. There was a bit of snow up on the higher ground. Beautiful, gentle winter light, sunshine. Yeah, not a bad way to finish off the year, I don't think.
I think it was a very appropriate Christmas party, actually. A nice meal. It's a very unique one, a very pleasant company, and a good way to do it. I think we should perhaps do it more often. In fact, Rose did say something as she was watching me rush around, gather all the various component parts to make this event happen, that I should finish off the piece by asking you to organise the next one. And what would immediately come to mind for something in the new year with you?
Yeah, let's do something else. I don't know where we'll go next time, I don't know. There are plenty of things for us to do and stumble around, but we must do it more often because, as everybody knows, I think, even just getting out for one night under canvas, even if there's gale force winds, driving rain, as we had last night, it's still a great experience. You feel refreshed. So yeah, we must do that more often. Short break, big treks are good, and short breaks are superb.
We must do that more often. It's something we said then, and something I still find myself thinking now. Looking back on all the times I camped with Andy and with others, every single one of them offered a far greater reward than another evening spent at the desk poring over a glowing screen. Did we do it more often? Well, yes, we did. But in truth, we could have done it a lot more. Time has a quiet way of slipping past us. We assume there will always be another weekend, another season, another opportunity. And yet the moments that stay with us aren't the busy ones, they're the shared ones. A fire, a tent, a conversation, and the simple act of being present. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, long though it's been. And more than that, I hope it nudges you to do something simple today. Drop a friend a message, suggest a camp, a walk, or just time together somewhere away from the noise. Because the most valuable thing we have costs nothing at all, and yet is worth everything. Time. I'll be back in the new year with some more conversations related to outdoor life and self-powered travel. I may even talk to some famous witches. More of that in 2026. Here's hoping you all keep safe and well and make time for the important things in life. Until next year, take care out there and bye for now.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. To hear or see more from our extensive free library, please visit theoutdoorstation.co.uk.